So I felt inspired again. And I wanted to come back with y'all with another video. Now this video I'm going to talk about all things about Dwayne Wade's son, now daughter. And she is transitioning. And, you know, she's 12 years old. And, you know, I'm just going to talk about everything relating to that. I'm going to talk about, you know, just Dwayne. I'm going to talk about Gabby. I'm going to talk about... I'm not going to talk about the daughter. But, you know, we're just going to talk. But mainly I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to talk. Shut up, Chase. Shut up, Chase. Shut up. So anyway, we're going to talk about some stuff. But anyway, I'm going to play a clip of Boosie Badass. I'm going to play a clip of him talking about the whole situation about Dwayne Wade accepting his transgender child. So, they're not on the rights to this, so let me play this.
Dwayne Wade, you gone too far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How he gonna... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. I gotta say something about this shit, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How he gon'... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. You tripping, dog.
Shouts out to the Shade Room, by the way. But Boosie, why are you so concerned about his dick? He kept, sorry about the slow motion of the camera shot. He kept saying that over and over. Y'all heard that? Don't cut his dick off. His dick. Why are you concerned about a 12-year-old's penis? Concern number one. Concern number three. Boosie, when you in jail? How long you been out of jail, Boosie? I see you got your teeth fixed. I see you got them big donkey teeth like everybody else when they get their teeth fixed. Them big dentine ice teeth. How long you been out? Ain't Boosie the same one? Ain't Boosie Badass the same one? They had he described two men in prison having sex, in prison or jail, whichever one he was in. He described them having sex and said that, you know, he was just shocked that the man that was on the top took the whole member inside of his body. He was shocked and he was just amazed. He never seen nothing like that. And he sat there and waited and looked at it for a while and then decided, oh no, this is wrong. This that gay stuff. I got to go. I think they caught him looking at him. He was like, oh, my bad, dog, or something. He just couldn't believe it. How long did you stand there and look, Boosie Badass? Why people don't read between the lines? That's what be killing me with folks. If folks is a fan of somebody or they look up to somebody in some kind of way, they let a lot of shit they do slide. So that wasn't your main concern. The ladies that are messing around with Boosie Badass, that he sat there and watched gay sex. What the hell? Okay, they go. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, Boosie Badass, you sat there and watched that shit. There was something outside my door. I don't know what's going on downstairs. I'll see in a minute. But I'm going to do this video. So sorry about the long pause. Y'all saw how long I paused to look back there to see what was going on. That's how long Boosie Badass was looking at the show in prison. That's how long he was looking at the show. Allegedly. Wasn't you the one that described that and all that? So I'm just like, what I was saying was people who are celebrities or folks, they let a lot of stuff slide. They don't pay attention to a lot of signs. Your first question should have been whether you are, well, you know what it was. Stop being stupid. You know what it was. You know these two people's having sex. You know what it was. You know it was an intimate moment. You knew what it was before you pulled that curtain back to look. You heard the sounds. You know what the hell's going on. You heard that heavy breathing. You wanted to see. But anyway. So, what was I going to say? First of all, however a person identifies themselves is how they identify themselves. And you can be a transgender person, and whether you choose to keep your given at birth genitalia or not, that's on you. You're still transgender. If that's what you identify as, that's who you are. So stop thinking that you know, like, oh, he may keep his. That has nothing to do with nothing. You could be trans with it or without it. Okay. Hell. Let me see what else he talked about. And first of all, he looked like he had a gym or something, or at a basketball court or something. Why you choose that place to talk about it? I'm just like, y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. But I get it. This is a big deal about Dwayne Wade having a transgender child. It's a big deal because they're black. That's why. Boosie's so passionate about it. So many other people are speaking out about it. Tyrese and so many other people. It's because Dwayne Wade is an American hero. He is somebody they look up to. And the fact that he has an openly transgender child that he supports and is open about it, that's the problem, because they would never be that way. They would keep that concealed as much as possible. If this was a white family, a white celebrity's child, wouldn't nobody give a damn. I promise you they wouldn't. But because they're black and you know, because it's on display, it's on the internet everywhere, and because he's open about it, and you know, that's why it's a thing. And because they look up to him. That's why. Some people were saying that they feel like Dwayne is low-key living through his child. Now, I didn't say that. It's just what the streets said. But I would never say that. But that's just what the streets were saying. But anyway, I do agree with the sentiments that he is young. He's very young. But to my knowledge, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. To my understanding, Dwayne Wade nor his daughter or Gabby ever said anything about getting rid of his genitalia. So where did you get that from, Boosie Badass? It's just so much ignorance. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much that we need to. We as black folks, I wouldn't want to be anything but black in this life. When I tell you, I wouldn't want to be anything but black. Because I feel like if I was another race, I wouldn't see everything that comes with being black. I wouldn't have first-hand experience. And just all the beauty and everything else. But there's a lot that we need to I can't think of the word right now. I'm not that smart at this moment, but we need to get rid of. There's a lot in the black community, a lot of stigmas. There's a lot of real life discussions that we need to have. And we there's so much that goes on that we just need to get rid of. It really is a lot of foolishness. It is. But the fact that they just said that they have a transgender child, he wants to be identified as she now, and Boosie just made the video instantly. Don't cut off his dick. Now, I do agree with the fact that Dwayne Wade's daughter. The reason I keep saying Dwayne Wade's daughter is because I know the daughter's original name, but I don't know her name now. I couldn't think of it. I think her original name was Zion, and I think that is Zara or something like that. I don't know, but that's why I just keep saying Dwayne Wade's daughter. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. She is young, and making that kind of decision at a young age is very, very, it's an eye opener. It's tough. Because honestly, being only 12 years old, you still have no rights. You still can't do anything. You can't do nothing without your parents. You still have to go through your parents. So, it's a lot. I'm sure they're going through counseling and all kind of stuff just to make sure this is the decision that she really wants to make with her life, because there's no turning back. And it's a tough thing. It's a tough situation to go through, but I think that Dwayne and Gabby are handling it to the best of their abilities. And it's still a stigma in the black community to be gay, and let alone trans. Like, obviously, that's still a thing. As you heard what Boosie said, and I'm only just using Boosie as an example because he's, one of the ones that's been the most vocal about it and the most vulgar about it as well. So that's why I'm using his clown ass as an example. But saying that, okay, he gay, let him be gay. Let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, man. It's like, okay, we kind of accept the gayness. We'll accept it. But him being trans, oh, hell no. Hell no. You my hero. I bet money on your games when you play. I look up to you, man, and you gonna support this kind of stuff from your child? How dare you? It's his child. But it's certain ignorance that you just can't even, you just have to ignore, because there's nothing you can tell somebody like that. You just gotta but there's a lot of people that think like that, so that's fine. That is completely fine. Like I said, if they was white, wouldn't nobody give a damn, wouldn't be an issue. But this is something new in the black community. Because usually when things like this happen, we sweep it under the rug, or we're so ashamed or embarrassed to talk about it, we don't talk about it, especially not in public, especially being a celebrity and having your child out on display like that. Now, I believe Tyrese said something about the fact that he feels like they're exploiting the child, and exposing the child to predators and all that kind of stuff. I agree with that. But I mean, anybody who puts their child all over the internet is exposing their child to predators. So is it just gay men that are predators? Straight men aren't predators? Ain't it's straight men out here killing everybody and doing the foolishness? And it's mostly straight identified men that's out here killing trans women, in particular black trans women. Ain't these usually men that identify as straight, even though obviously they're not, but they identify as straight? Ain't it's white men that's usually straight white men that's participating in all this kind of sex trafficking with kids, all in other countries like Dominican Republic and all that? Ain't this rich white old man that's over here doing all this stuff, sleeping with kids, and ain't that's usually straight men? So it's just like, what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you doing? Why is stereotypes and stigmas and taught behaviors and everything is extrapolated from slavery. Everything comes from slavery. That's why we're so against each other, because we were made to be against each other. It's deep. It's deep. I ain't got time. But like I was saying, well, like I'm gonna say, I don't know if I said it. There is a part of me that do feel like Gabby and Dwayne is doing this for a little bit of attention. It's a little bit of a clout chase kind of situation. It's a little bit of a I want to be the first, or I want to be the first, celebrity, black family that has an openly trans child and all this, like taking the child to Pride, where it was mainly adults at. I don't know. I've never been to Pride in New York. I've never been to White Pride. I went to Black Pride one year, but we didn't stay long. So I've never been to the big Pride in New York. But is it typically kids there? Because if it's typically a family event, then fine. But I thought that taking the little boy at the time to Pride was much. I thought that was much. But hey, they in Hollywood. They learn stuff early. Hell, Kylie Jenner got a whole new body, whole new DNA at 16. So hell, what do I know? They learn early these days. But yeah, so I do feel like that's a little to me. It's just like, what's really going on. It do seem like they're kind of, attention seekers, kind of exploitation a little bit, a small bit. I appreciate everything they're doing, and they're supporting their child first and listening to their child and what their child wants. Because let's not act like we don't know that we're gay from a little bitty child. We know. I know. We know. And the same thing for trans. This is LGBT. We know what we like. We know what we know. Okay, so that's definitely possible. And she's 12 years old, so of course she know. She know what she likes, what she don't like, etc. But it's just, the fact that I found out that Gabrielle had reached out to the actors on Pose, and I guess to get more experience and more understanding of what it means to be trans. I mean, on one hand, that's great and that's beautiful, but I mean, you had to get other celebrities or other, other TV stars to figure out what it be. I mean, did you not? Gabrielle grew up in this industry. Do you not? You mean to tell me you don't have anybody in your immediate circle, people that you just been knowing for years and whatever that's been working with you? You had to go get actors and So I don't know. I do. That's probably the only thing that I agree with them about is the whole kind of putting it on display in a very I just don't know if it's completely 100% for the daughter as to why they're doing it. You know, even though I feel like it's mainly for that, I don't know if it's fully. I feel like it's in a little slight bit of a attention grab. I do feel that way. But overall, do I appreciate what they're doing? Because like I said, it's unheard of in the black community. Absolutely. Overall, do I agree? And you know, in them supporting their child and all that, absolutely. But I do kind of see what people are saying when they say that. I do. But yeah, is that everything I want to talk about? All I can say is parents, support your kids, love your kids, be there for your kids no matter who your kids are. Hold them close to you, support them. If you have to put them in counseling, do that. But just listen to your kids, and the main goal, no matter who your child is for your child to be a good person and to be responsible and have morals and be independent and all that good stuff. That should be your main focus, not your child's gender. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter, at It's King's World 89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal, and as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.